Welcome to the Ohio Restaurant and Hospitality Alliance Industry Awards celebration. Tonight, we spotlight leaders in Ohio's restaurant, food service, and hospitality industry. We honor their dedication, excellence, and service to their communities and beyond. We recognize their extraordinary contributions and innovative ideas, their use of technology, charitable contributions, exceptional service, transformative products, and dedication to education. Through a lifetime of passion and leadership, these champions exemplify what it means to be the best. And now, the Industry Awards celebration.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back John Barker.
All right, good to see you all again. Hope you enjoyed that meal. Delicious, delicious. You know, this is a good family restaurant that we're in here today. They turned some tables here. Yesterday, I heard they did almost 2,000 covers here, right? And so they know how to serve it up. So thank you to our Villa Milano team for taking care of us tonight. Appreciate it. You know, hosting this event for us, as I mentioned, is just a real highlight, you know, and, you know, it's a proud tradition. 33 years of doing this, honoring excellence and resilience, and a very powerful sense of community that we all have. It really defines the industry in Ohio, good Midwest values, and as we prepare to close out the year, this event also provides the chance for reflection. And, you know, a wise man once said, the only constant in life is change. In 2024, certainly brought plenty of change for all of us and challenges. Ohio's hospitality businesses, we faced significant obstacles. We had inflationary pressures, all of you know about that. Workforce was pretty tough for all of us, and the tip wage debate that was raging in Ohio. That's why tonight is really about celebrating the strength, unity, and determination that continue to carry our industry forward. One of the biggest victories this year was our collective win and success in defending the tip wage that's so important to our industry. Outside groups aimed to eliminate it. We stood together, we raised awareness, and we made our voices heard. Thanks to your support, the proposal failed. On July 3rd, we marked the victory against an anti-hospitality group, activist group from California, and it was an incredible win. It was an incredible win for Ohio and for all of us in this room and thousands of servers and bartenders whose livelihoods depend on the tip wage. All right. The success was only possible because of the efforts of our members, operators all over the state, suppliers, many of you in this room that stood toe-to-toe with us, elected officials, and nearly 1,000 servers and bartenders who voiced their support and got on board and helped us keep the tipping system. Ohio servers and bartenders made it clear they value the system and they want it to stay. Now, in addition to protecting tip workers, by the way, they average $27 an hour, so this is a damn good industry, right? And our victory saved each restaurant and bar across Ohio an average of $153,000. So for those of you that got involved, thank you for your help and all the advocacy. And those who didn't, the next time, step up with us, right? Because we can do great things together. You sent a powerful message. Ohio's restaurant and hospitality community is strong, it's valued, and it's worth protecting. So give yourselves a round of applause for standing up for Ohio. All right, so tonight, let's celebrate this victory as we honor so many remarkable individuals and organizations who rose above challenges in their own businesses over the past year and showed excellence in so many ways. We all know that people return to their favorite restaurants, not only for great food, but for the people behind it, the kitchen teams, the chefs, the servers, the brewers, the drive-through crews, the food truck operators, and everyone who creates an unforgettable guest experience. Tonight, we're excited to recognize some of these outstanding people with an impressive lineup of awards. We'll be inducting 4 legends into our Hall of Fame. We'll honor Ohio's top restaurants and the state's favorite craft brewery, as voted on by the public. We'll recognize remarkable vendors, community partners, educators, students, and so many others who drive this industry forward. And later, we'll also present the Ambassador of the Year Award to someone who truly embodies the mission and spirit of this industry and someone who works tirelessly to improve this for all of us. And finally, we'll close this evening with a prestigious Lifetime Achievement Award honoring an individual who has poured years of dedication and passion into this industry. But before we start the awards portion of the program, I'd like to welcome up a very special partner of ours to say a few words. From our presenting sponsor at Gordon Food Service, whose help make this evening possible, please welcome GFS Customer Marketing Manager and a member of our Board of Directors, Kathleen White.
Thank you, John. All of us at Gordon Food Service are so proud to be the presenting sponsor of this incredible evening. I want to give a heartfelt thank you to our gracious hosts, the Milano family, and the entire team here at Villa Milano. Villa Milano is an iconic venue here in Columbus. The Milano family has been dedicated to serving Central Ohio since 1982, and they've been valued members of the Ohio Restaurant and Hospitality Alliance for many years. This beautiful space has hosted countless gatherings and celebrations, and tonight we are so grateful to be here, enjoying their warm hospitality. And to the entire Villa Milano staff, thank you for your hard work and for making this evening perfect. You set the stage for a memorable celebration. As we look forward to tonight's program, I'm reminded of what makes Ohio restaurant and hospitality industry so remarkable, and it's the people. People who work long hours, bring incredible passion to their craft, and create spaces where families gather, friends celebrate, and communities thrive. Yes, that's right. Usually, all of you are the ones ensuring the food is just right and the service is on point, but tonight, we're here to honor all of you. You are the special people who make such a difference in our state, so tonight, you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the festivities. We're about to recognize the outstanding leaders, legends, and rising stars of the Ohio restaurant and hospitality community. We're celebrating their dedication, their resilience, and the impact that they make every single day. So if you have a beverage, please raise your glass to the people who inspire us, to the families who support them, and to this incredible community that we are all a part of. Here's to a wonderful evening of celebration and to the amazing people who make the Ohio restaurant and hospitality industry one of a kind. Cheers.
We don't have to ask this group to lift a glass, do we? You all know how to do that, right? Okay, thank you, Kathleen. I do want to recognize some special people tonight who made this event possible. First, I'd like to recognize our outstanding board of directors. And if you're a current member of our board or emeritus, and I see many of you here tonight, please stand so we can recognize you. Our board of directors. You know, our board's commitment to representing this wonderful industry is providing invaluable guidance, you know, to our teams. Very deeply appreciated. And, you know, the amount of time that the board puts in to support us and to really help us make decisions and work through the big issues that face us, couldn't do without them. I'd also like to extend a heartfelt thank you to our dedicated staff. They work tirelessly all year to serve this community. And to everyone on our team who's worked hard to bring this event together tonight, thank you. Could you all please stand for a moment so we can recognize you? You know, there's a lot of people who poured their heart and soul into this event, but I would be remiss if I didn't specifically thank Todd Bowen and Rick Brunsman for everything you've done pulling this together. Todd's over on the phone talking to the governor now, so. We also had an opportunity to enjoy some delicious appetizers and desserts, and it was donated by our board member, Andrew King, and his team at the Junto's Little West Tavern and the Brass Eye, and by our sponsors at GFS. Thank you for that. That was fun when you set that up. And of course, a huge thank you that goes out to our generous event sponsors. Your support makes an evening like this possible, and it's just terrific. And you can see some of their names up here. It's just terrific. We work closely with everybody on this list, and it's just, we have such great support in Ohio, and I just couldn't thank you enough, so appreciate it, all right? Okay, ready to have some fun? All right. Get out your best clapping hands and cheering. Get ready to jump up and down. You can get up on the table, Gary, if you want to. Vendor relationships are so critical to success in this business. Seems fitting that we begin the awards with the Outstanding Vendor Award. And to present this award, please bring up our Strategic Partner Growth and Engagement Manager from the ORHA, Kate Masaryk.
Thank you, John. It's my pleasure to present this year's Outstanding Vendor Award to a remarkable partner in our industry, Sugardale, the flagship brand of Freshmark, Inc. Founded in 1920 in Canton, Ohio, Freshmark has been a trusted leader in the meat industry for over a century. Known for their iconic bacon, ham, hot dogs, and pepperoni, the company has grown from humble beginnings into a nationwide and international powerhouse, now reaching more than 20 countries. Along with their global reach, they've remained family-owned for 4 generations, with a steadfast commitment to their employees, communities, and lasting customer partnerships. We saw this firsthand a few months ago when some of our staff members toured their Massillon bacon facility. Sugardale continues to exceed expectations, stepping up even more to support our industry, including significant involvement in our Ohio ProStart program and competitions. They're truly a supplier's supplier, with food distribution companies like GFS, Cisco, RDP, Performance Food Service, and many others carrying their high-quality products. And they're not just a great provider, they're also an active supporter of the ORHA. Please welcome Freshmark's Vice President of Strategic Sales Relationships and Business Development, Mark Slaughter.
Congratulations to Sugardale and Freshmark, and what a tour that was. You see some serious baking going on in that plant in Canton. Let's move on to our Best Community Partner Award, in honor recognizing an outstanding organization for its exceptional contributions to the community through steadfast commitment to service and charitable efforts. To present this award, sponsored by our partners at Siebert Keck, let me bring up Andy Piccolantonio again, and Kate, come on back.
Thank you, John. It's an honor for Kate and me to present the publicly voted on Best Community Partner Award tonight to BTTS Events, a family, yes. Family-owned hospitality provider based in Central Ohio that truly embodies the spirit of giving and community support. As the Ohio Restaurant and Hospitality Alliance has expanded to include restaurants, mobile food units, caterers, hotels, craft breweries, and event venues across Ohio, we're excited to celebrate BTTS, a partner whose mission goes well beyond simply hosting events. They are the heart behind so many of Central Ohio's special occasions, operating 8 unique venues, including the Ellis, Brookshire, and View Columbus.
BTTS's impact extends far beyond event walls. Through cash, in-kind donations, food contributions, and countless service hours, they give back more than $100,000 annually to support our communities. This dedication to service has earned them numerous accolades, and tonight they add another to the list. Let's take a look at how BTTS gives back.
BTTS stands for Bigger Than the Sky. Our mission, what we do is create and execute unforgettable events. We are all-inclusive, we're full service. When you book with us, you get the venue, you get your catering, you get the florals, you get the full service, you get amazing people who are really talented and really passionate about what they do. We built our first venue in 2006 called Brookshire. It's up off of 23 in Lewis Center. The vision was to have a wedding venue. In 2014, we got asked to take over a facility, the facility that we're at right now. We rebranded and renamed that Water's Edge Events. Now we have 8 exclusive event venues along with the catering and floral business. We started with 1, but currently we have around 85 full-time employees and 210 part-time. We are in the people business. We are in the service industry. I remind our team that the word serve is in service. There's a common goal that unites all of us, and that's the opportunity to give back to our community. For our charities of choice, we curate a list of 8 to 10 charities for every single venue that we have. We're a locally owned and operated small business, so we have a special affinity for those charities in Central Ohio as well. If you have food left over after your wedding or corporate event or nonprofit event, the food that we're able to box up, we partner with Food Rescue C-Bus. They take it to local charities, homeless shelters, veterans homes, things like that. This year we're doing 120 Thanksgiving meal kits and baskets, full Thanksgiving meals for people in need. It's not just about the weddings we do, the corporate events we do, the nonprofit fundraisers. Through our Gives Back, we're also able to create an unforgettable event for a family that maybe wouldn't have that opportunity this holiday season. I'm here to serve our team. They serve our clients, which allows us to serve our community. We would not be able to give back to the extent we do without an awesome team. My favorite part of the job is seeing young people tap into their passion and tap into their talent and seeing that grow over time. We really believe like the only limits that we have are the ones that we put on ourselves.
Outstanding. Thank you all for helping me congratulate BTTS Events, and accepting this award on their behalf is Managing Partner and ORHA Board Member John Brooks. Yeah, show it off.
Thank you.
And then we can do a photo down here.
John opened an event space not far from where my wife, by the way, my wife is here tonight. My boss is here, Sherry Barker. They opened up an event not far from us, and we had a chance to go out there a couple months ago. It was just beautiful. It's great service, great hospitality. So if you get a chance to experience BTTS, please do. Congratulations, John, again. Next, we're going to celebrate the Best Guest Experience Provider Award. We asked the public to vote on this category, and we're thrilled to announce that the vote was a clean tie. As a result, we have 2 outstanding winners. Each winner embodies the highest dedication to creating unforgettable experiences for every guest they serve. To present the first Best Guest Experience Provider Award, please welcome our board chair and president of the Eternetto Group, Adrian Eternetto. Come on up.
Thank you, John. It is my distinct pleasure for me to be here tonight to honor our winner, Jessica Homan. Jessica has been dedicated to her career to hospitality. Yeah, I'm sorry. Jessica has dedicated her career to hospitality and has chosen to share her talents with the Adornetto Group. She's born and raised in Zanesville, Ohio, and Jessica began the journey with our flagship brand, the Adornetto's Pizzeria, back in 1999. When she joined the pizzeria team for her first job, over the past 25 years, she has taken on nearly every role within the company's 3 restaurants, including keeping track of me and making sure that I'm heading the right direction, all while developing a deep connection with her team and her community. Jessica was named Vice President of the Adornetto Group back in 2021, a well-deserved recognition of her passion and hard work. She holds a bachelor's degree in mathematics from Ohio University, and after graduating, she was considering a career in teaching and had a heart-to-heart with her father, John Homan, himself a longtime math teacher at actually we both went to the same high school at our high school, Rosecrans, in Zanesville, Ohio. His advice to her was to do what she loves, and that advice led her back to the true calling with the restaurant industry. Jessica's commitment to her team, whom she considers family, is unwavering. She finds joy in solving problems, connecting with customers, and creating memorable experiences. Please join me in congratulating this year's Best Experience Provider Award winner, Jessica Homan from the Adornetto Group.
Congratulations, Jessica. To present our second award for Best Guest Experience Provider, please welcome City Barbecue's Chief Administrative Officer and a good friend of the ORHA, Ronnie Berry.
Well, thank you, John. And everyone, thanks for being here tonight. It's a pleasure to present this year's Best Guest Experience Provider Award to our colleague and good friend at City Barbecue, Randy Earhart. I tell you, Randy is as seasoned as they come being a hospitality professional. He's the master at serving and creating happiness, which is a slogan that's all about City Barbecue. He's spent years making people feel welcome, feel well fed. As our senior catering sales manager, he's grown his sales from year 1 in 2014 at about $700,000 to well over $1 million every year. And in fact, I think earlier tonight I saw him work in the room trying to get some gigs for that OSU-Tennessee game. OH? I-O. And I know he's happy to get some of those on the books. But whether he's building enterprise relationships or helping a family do a big get-together, he's the master at doing that. And so Randy's commitment to serving others in and out of work is truly inspiring. Please join me in congratulating Randy Earhart on this well-deserved honor.
Congratulations to both Jessica and Randy. For more than 100 years, our mission at the ORHA has been to protect the restaurant and food service and hospitality community in Ohio. So advocacy is at the heart of the mission of what we do. We work closely with all of you. Of course, we also work closely with our elected officials to promote pro-business policies that ensure the success and sustainability of our industry, supporting economic growth and job creation across the state in a nonpartisan and collaborative way. Each year, we recognize a public official who has been a true partner in advancing this mission. To present this year's Outstanding Public Official Award, please welcome Todd Bowen back to the stage.
Thank you, John. Tonight, we're thrilled to present the Outstanding Public Official Award to Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost. Attorney General Yost has built a national reputation as a fearless advocate for fairness, transparency, and the rule of law. And this year, he made a lasting positive impact on Ohio's hospitality industry. Attorney General Yost has been a strong supporter of our work through the Restaurant Law Center, helping us achieve victories on many fronts. And this August, he took an extraordinary and meaningful additional step in supporting our industry by filing an amicus brief to challenge the onerous 80-20-30 rule, which we know was so harmful to both hospitality businesses and tipped workers. This brief went a long way in helping the court better understand the rule's negative impacts on Ohio's hospitality sector. Thanks in part to his advocacy, the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals struck down the rule, calling it arbitrary, capricious, and without basis in federal law. This ruling was a national win with Ohio at the forefront. While he's unable to join us in person this evening, he did send his appreciation for this award by way of video. You'll hear his passion for Ohio and his love of restaurants and hospitality.
Hi, I'm Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost, and it's a privilege to accept this honor as outstanding public official. This recognition means so much to me, not just on a personal level, but as someone who's committed to the well-being and prosperity of Ohio's communities. Restaurants are vital to the fabric of our neighborhoods and our communities. Your industry helps us to come together and share stories, celebrate milestones, build connections. How many proposals have been made over a meal? Friendships renewed after years of absence in a restaurant? How many victories have been celebrated, from high school sports to passage of time and anniversaries? I know that the last few years have been challenging for you. When COVID-19 struck, it disrupted lives and livelihoods on an unprecedented scale. We heard you and worked to encourage Ohioans to continue to support their local restaurants through takeout, delivery, or safely dining in where possible. But beyond that, we recognized that more was needed to protect your businesses from regulatory overreach. When your status quo was no longer status or quo, we stepped in to defend the values of entrepreneurship and the community spirit that Ohio is built upon. My deepest thanks to restaurant owners and employees and supporters who weathered the storms and stayed committed. I'm grateful to be your advocate, and I will strive to continue this work so that your dining tables remain full, our local businesses thrive, and our communities stay strong. On a personal note, my children and I all worked as young people in the industry. And my youngest son is actually a restaurateur and an entrepreneur. He opened his own place this year. My family gets what you do, from the servers all the way to the owner who's struggling to make payroll from time to time. We appreciate you, we honor you, and thank you once again for this outstanding honor that you've given me.
Thank you, and we appreciate the efforts of Dave Yost, especially in this important year.
All right, congratulations to Attorney Yost, and Todd and I will make sure that we visit with him and present him the award at a later date. Just a little off script. We've thanked so many people here tonight. I just missed part of the crew that makes this whole show happen, right? And so they're all back there at that table with no lights and little flashlights and things like that. And they've worked hand in hand with us putting this together. And just want to thank you for help producing the show. We now turn to an award near and dear to my heart, into Todd's Liver, the best Ohio craft brewery. You've all seen Todd's Take, haven't you? Right, Todd keeps the craft brewery business alive here in Ohio. The new award category, and this one is really exciting, stems from our membership expansion over the past 2 years as we've broadened out a bit, like part of our logo and our name, which we announced last year, over the past year. So I'm pleased to share that we now have over 50 craft breweries as Alliance members. So terrific to have you on board. To present this honor, please welcome to the stage our Senior Membership Growth and Engagement Manager, Sam Stryker.
Thank you, John. I am thrilled to present the Best Ohio Craft Brewery Award to Brady Duncan and Kenny McNutt of Mad Tree Brewing. What makes this award truly special is that it comes directly from the people who matter most, the public. In its inaugural year, the Best Ohio Craft Brewery Award received a record-breaking 20,000 votes, a testament to the incredible support for Ohio's craft brewing community. The Mad Tree story embodies the entrepreneurial spirit of our industry. Starting in 2013 with 2 friends brewing in a garage, they quickly made history as Ohio's first craft brewery to can their beer. If you've enjoyed a Psychopathy or a Happy Amber, you know exactly why they become a household name. From their original location in Oakley to their spot in Over the Rhine, and soon their 3rd location opening in Blue Ash, Mad Tree has shown remarkable growth. But what truly sets them apart isn't just their exceptional beer. It's their commitment to community. They've made it their mission to enrich their environment, support local nonprofits, and build lasting connections throughout Ohio. Let's take a look at their inspiring journey.
So around 2006-07, I had a lot of friends who wanted an excuse to have a beer during the week. So we started this thing called the Beer of the Week Club. One person would bring over a 6-pack of beer, and we'd have the opportunity to learn about the beer, talk about the beer, taste it, figure out what we liked about it and didn't like about it. That was really when the industry was starting to grow and get exciting.
We were visiting a lot of these really cool beer towns and seeing the culture and the community that was built around beer and around these spaces, and that was really what inspired us to bring that to Cincinnati.
We're engineers, and we wanted to learn more about the beer, so I started making beer in my basement. And then fast forward a few years, I met my partner Brady, who was homebrewing independently. It was probably 9 months later that we said, you know what, I think this industry has legs, and I think we have the opportunity to build something special.
We're building something bigger than beer, bigger than ourselves. When you come into our space, you should experience an elevated level of hospitality than I think you're used to in the typical bar brewery scene. It's a very inclusive space. I think one of the coolest things we hear about people when they come into our space is that, you know, there'll be a family sitting at this table and retirees at this table and all kinds of different neighborhoods. So it really is kind of a cool melting pot of people all meeting, whether they're meeting here for beers, for food, for non-alcoholic drinks. We really want to be kind of that third space.
Well, the purpose of Mad Tree is to connect people to nature and each other, and our vision is to build a sustainable, purpose-driven company that our kids are proud of. So how do we make sure that we're an important part of the community, that we're giving just as much to that community as they give to us?
We have a goal by 2030 to put $5 million of impact back into local communities. We're only about 20% of the way there, but we are on track. So when you work at Mad Tree, every employee is required to volunteer 16 hours. Now that's paid volunteer by Mad Tree. And we, for the most part, get out and plant trees in low canopy neighborhoods.
Since 2020, we've planted about 7,000 trees in greater Cincinnati, over 17,000 outside of greater Cincinnati, and it keeps growing every year.
We got involved with ORHA through a board of advisor member. We find it extremely valuable as we continue to lean into more a hospitality and food and beverage space. And I think watching the Restaurant Association work very closely with the Ohio Craft Brewers Association has been really cool to see because those goals absolutely align.
The most rewarding part of my job, besides always having a beer accessible for happy hour, it goes back to the people, because you get to see them grow, build families, and we're a small piece of that.
Being named the best of anything does mean a lot to us. Craft breweries 10 or 15 years ago weren't really considered hospitality spaces or necessarily restaurants. So to hear that from an organization such as this does carry a lot of weight for us. It kind of says that, you know, we've been leaning into a hospitality first company for the last 6 to 7 years, and it's validation that I think we're delivering on that.
Congratulations to our 2024 Best Ohio Craft Brewery winners, Brady Duncan and Kenny McNutt of Mad Tree Brewing.
Those videos really tell you the story, don't they? Do a great job. Our Marcom team, as they call themselves, Maureen O'Rourke and Jen Bushby, and the folks that they hire to produce all those videos, really kind of bring our business to life, right? So thank you both for your leadership, and we're going to keep moving on, okay? All right, next up is our first award for Best Restaurant. We present the Best Restaurant Award to operators in 3 Ohio regions, Central, North, and South, and these awards are determined also by public vote. Here to present the award for the Best Restaurant in Central Ohio, please welcome last year's winner, and someone I've gotten to know really well. In fact, I appeared on his podcast. He and Joe Rogan, like this, you know, this close, but he's just a super young entrepreneur. So exciting what he's doing down in Groveport. Avery Ward, Little Italy Ristorante.
Anybody else's palms hurting yet from all the clapping? I mean, we're not even halfway there, and it's like, whoo. But I appreciate it, John. Thanks for having me do this. And the Best Restaurant Award is chosen entirely by public vote and celebrates the incredible, down-to-earth people that is the restaurant industry. And, it is what unites our communities, and we're hearing that same consistent message tonight. And so we're down to 3 really exceptional finalists who earned the most votes. Each is a true standout of Central Ohio's restaurant and hospitality scene. So the first finalist, is everybody here tonight? All 3 of them? Maybe. Yeah. First finalist is Mozart's Bakery and Cafe in Columbus. Yeah. Mozart's is led by the talented duo Doris and Anad Saha. Mozart's is much more than a bakery. It's a cherished gathering place for weddings, showers, community events. The Sahas have built a space where every pastry, meal, and event is crafted with absolute care and passion. And they've supported many local schools, nonprofits, food pantries for many decades in their area. Their dedication to the community has made Mozart's a true, absolute inspiration in Columbus. So let's give them a round of applause for the first nominee. Second is 600 Downtown in Bellefontaine. Owner Brittany Saxton serves up hand-spun brick oven pizzas that celebrates the art of pizza making, known for her authentic techniques. She's also a world pizza champion, and they locally source all their ingredients. Brittany celebrates unique pizzas with flavors and textures that you won't find anywhere else. 600 Downtown has quickly become a destination for pizza lovers and a beloved fixture in Bellefontaine. Let's hear it for Brittany. Third finalist is Bobbers at the Lake, located in scenic Indian Lake. Bobbers is known for its quintessential lakeside experiences. People with cottages in the area often enjoy riding their golf carts to Bobbers for beer and pizzas, and it's also common to see boaters dock up nearby and run across the road to grab a pie from those guys. Owner-operator Matt Brown and his team have created a special place where food, fun, and community all come together each summer. They shared something that last year they had a really big challenge where their ovens went down mid-service during their busy season, and it might have sunk many seasonal operators, because I know you've only got a short amount of time to make your business happen, but their team all came together to get through the season with finding many efficiencies wherever they could. So anyone who's worked in restaurants, you all know what it's like to get through setbacks like that. So let's take it up for the Bobbers at the Lake. All right. Now I feel like I'm on the CMAs or something here with this little envelope here. Best restaurant in Central Ohio goes to Bobbers at the Lake. Woo. Matt Brown and the Bobbers team.
Okay. Congratulations, Matt, and all your team at Bobbers. Next up is a very special award, and I look forward to this every year. It's our Hall of Fame. To be considered for this award, nominees must be an ORHA member. They have to be in business for at least 25 years. That's about half of you in here, right? So consistently upholding the core values that we established with this association: relevance, integrity, passion, leadership, excellence, and stewardship. These leaders build a legacy that inspires the next generation of hospitality champions. Since we established this in 2019, the Hall of Fame has grown to include 13 remarkable members, including my former boss, the founder of Wendy's, Dave Thomas. Tonight, we'll induct 4 new members into the Ohio Restaurant and Hospitality's Hall of Fame. Here to induct the newest member in our Hall of Fame, please welcome back to the stage, Todd Bowen.
Thanks, John. Tonight, it is my great honor to present tonight's first Hall of Fame award, a designation reserved for those who have been instrumental in shaping Ohio's hospitality industry. Our first 2024 inductee is as emblematic of Dayton as it is with pizza itself. Growing up in Dayton, I have long admired the passion, success, and the awesome pizza of tonight's inductees. Tonight, we honor the Casano family. Casano's Pizza King began in 1953 when Vic Casano Sr. and his mother-in-law, Caroline Mom Denisi, opened a small pizza shop serving their now iconic square-cut, thin-crust pizza. They sold an astonishing 400 pizzas on their first day, and from that moment, Casano's was on its way to becoming a Dayton institution. Vic Sr. was a pioneer, one of the first in the nation to franchise his stores in 1955 and to offer pizza delivery with their signature Pizza Bugs in the early 60s. His son, Vic Jr., took over in 1989, leading Casano's through new challenges while expanding their reach. With innovations like the Casano's call center and their interstate wholesale business, which allows other families to grow their own pizza empire, the Casano family has kept their trademark taste alive for generations. Today, Chip and Chris Casano and their family continue to uphold the Casano motto. Let's see if I can use my best Italian accent for this. La prove è nel gusto. The proof is in the taste. It's our honor to welcome the Casano family to the ORHA Hall of Fame. Please welcome Chris Casano to the stage.
Well, I guess I'll be the first to say something. Can't do this without great partners, without great employees, well, and family. Our family allows us to do this. So what an honor. I get to do it. The other guys don't. So I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. And it means a lot to us.
All right, I can't see anybody now. I couldn't see too much before, but now I'm up here somewhere. Congratulations to Chip, Chris, and the entire Casano family. I remember fondly visiting you and touring the dough making facility and the call center, and just the passion that everybody in your team has, just well deserved. Next up is the award for the best behind the scenes employee, or back of the house, as we say in the industry. It's often said that the restaurant business is the people business. That's not just because of our connection to our customers, it's also because of our connection to our staff. The Best Behind the Scenes Employee Award recognizes those who are the secret ingredient to a winning team. To present this award, please welcome the CEO of Tony Packo's, Jimmy Harmon.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you, John. I am incredibly proud to present this award. Boy, you can't see anything up here with smoke. Anyway, if you can see me, I'll keep going. Anyway, I'm incredibly proud to present this award for the best behind-the-scenes employee. And I don't know if I'm supposed to go off script or not. Sorry, Todd and John, but I started in this industry in 1986 as a team member at 15 years old, and I know how many of you started out as a team member at a young age here, a show of hands, right? This is probably something that's near and dear of a lot of our hearts. So anyway, we have a member of the Tony Pacos team today that we really want to honor, and it's a special honor because the winner's chosen by public votes, which, by the way, if you don't know, Toledo's the 5th largest city in Ohio. Let that sit in for a while. Our winner, James Hart, has been with Tony Pacos since 2010, and he is the heart, the engine, what makes our operations go. Without him, we could not do what we do at Tony Pacos. As a senior manager at the Central Kitchen, James oversees the production of everything that goes out to all the customers, all the hot dogs and everything else. He ensures that we meet the high standards, everything from our famous hot dogs to our new goulash. Get to Toledo and try it while it lasts. The Hungarian goulash is fantastic, and we could not do that without James. James does so much more than manage the kitchen. He trains all the new team members. He organizes all the deliveries. He takes all the steps to make sure things go smoothly. In fact, last time his boss went on vacation, not only did the equipment break down and the driver quit, but there were so many other things that he had to deal with. And he handled it perfectly well. James, your hard work, your dedication, your commitment to quality at Tony Pacos and everything that we stand for is so appreciated. It's an honor to have you on our team. And I could not be more proud to present two things to you tonight: a promotion to general manager of our Central Kitchen. And I'm talking the best back of the house, behind the scenes for the state of Ohio, baby. Tony Pacos, James Hart.
So let's just keep this rolling. Anybody that gets an award gets promoted tonight? Is that the way it's going to go? Congratulations, James. Have you been to Tony Pacos? I mean, is this like a treasure in the state of Ohio or what? Sherry and I went up a few years ago and signed a bond and just, had some of that great Eastern European food. Man, it's terrific. Okay. As restaurant operators, we know the success of our businesses depend on having a skilled, reliable, and professional team. That's why programs like ProStart are invaluable to our industry. ProStart offers high school students a comprehensive education in culinary skills, restaurant management, and essential soft skills like communication, teamwork, and professionalism. Next up is the award for the Ohio ProStart Student of the Year. And to present, please welcome Patty Halper, our Executive Director of the Hospitality Institute of Ohio.
Thank you, John. The ProStart program is near and dear to my heart. With it, we're preparing the next generation of talent to step into our kitchens, our dining rooms, and are equipping them to grow with our businesses. Tonight, we are thrilled to honor an outstanding young talent with the Ohio ProStart Student of the Year Award. This year's recipient, J.D. May, has truly distinguished himself in the ProStart program. He graduated from Vanguard Sentinel Career and Technology Center in Fremont this spring, earning the program's prestigious industry credential, Certificate of Achievement. Throughout his time in ProStart, J.D.'s drive to compete and excel was evident. He placed in every competition he entered. J.D. is now working as a sous chef at Ironwood Steakhouse in Tiffin, where he continues to hone his culinary skills. He has also returned to Sentinel as a teacher's assistant with the ProStart program, sharing his knowledge and passion with current students. Even though he has won numerous scholarships, I just learned tonight, so I'm ad-libbing too, John, he just bought a food truck. So he is accepting gigs. Anybody wants events. He just is now a proud owner of a food truck, and we can't wait to see what he's going to do with that. So please join me in congratulating our Ohio ProStart Student of the Year, J.D. May. Woohoo! Congratulations, JD, again. Let's hear a round of applause. Woohoo! Next is our award for Outstanding Industry Educator, which recognizes an individual who goes above and beyond to inspire and guide the next generation of hospitality professionals. This year, we're proud to recognize Chef Greg Needles, culinary arts teacher from Toll's Career and Technical Center in Plain City. Needles teaches high school students culinary skills, restaurant management, and essential employability skills, such as communication, teamwork, and professionalism. He has been instrumental in bringing the ProStart program to life for his students. Under his guidance, students are encouraged to discover their potential and take pride in their work. Needles speaks highly of his dedication as well as the students do, with one saying he makes them feel like they can achieve anything they set their minds to. We visited Chef Needles at Toll's recently to ask his students about his impact on their education and plans for the future. Let's take a look.
I kind of became a teacher by accident. I actually went to Toll's, but I went here for AutoCAD and drafting. I wanted to be an architect. My mom was a home ec teacher, and she retired when she got pregnant with me and bought a restaurant, so I grew up in a restaurant. I kind of got back into cooking when I was in high school. Met Kathy, who was the teacher here, and ended up taking over for her when she retired. I volunteered with ProStart. I really enjoyed working with the kids, and I think the first time I saw the ProStart competition, I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. And then I realized how kind of stiff the competition was. And then that kind of pushed me to make sure that we were teaching the kids the right things.
He's always open to help you when you need him. He can be sarcastic, but that's a great part about him.
He's very lighthearted. He brings in a sense of humor. He wants us to have fun.
Oh, I just love the guy. It's really laid back, and I just love the atmosphere.
My wife and I, we have one child, but we waited until I was 40 to have a child. She was bugging me about it, and I'm like, I don't need kids. I get 25 new kids every year, you know, and that's how I've always kind of treated them.
I've learned a lot from him. He's kind of showed me the differences between working in the food industry and being like an actual chef.
The thing that I love most about teaching kids is just, you know, giving them that confidence and giving them that creativity and mentoring them to be greater than I was and to do greater things. Being able to have freedom to do what they want to do and pursue something that they want to do. Like, I feel like Toll's did that for me, and I feel like ProStart does that for them.
The job I work at currently, they are very impressed that I was in ProStart.
I haven't met too many chefs or too many educators that are in the ProStart program that don't know what they're doing. So the chances of you getting a student that doesn't know how to do something that you need them to do or isn't trainable, I think is pretty few and far between. So I think just supporting ProStart is really the best thing you can do.
I've liked knowing the business side of it a little more than some of the cooking. And he has really just helped me with the bookwork, management.
My dad always used to say you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. And I kind of really always took that to heart. And I always try and make sure that my students know, like, you can learn from anybody. I learn stuff from them too.
Anytime that I've had like an issue personally, I've been able to come to him.
He's given me some good advice when it comes to not doing some stupid stuff.
One piece of advice that Chef has given me is not to listen to people who talk down to you. Stop caring what they think.
Your competition isn't everyone else, but rather your neglect or insecurities. You are the one holding yourself back from being a good competitor and being a good, you know, chef or person in general. It's kind of a philosophy that I live by.
Tonight, we celebrate Chef Needles for his passion and commitment to the future of Ohio's hospitality industry. Please join me in celebrating our outstanding industry educator of the year, Chef Greg Needles. Woo!
I need to move back.
All right, congratulations again, JD and Chef Greg. Our next award is the ORHA Ambassador of the Year Award, sponsored by GFS. This award is presented to an individual or a member company who embodies the core mission of the ORA to promote and protect and to serve, and who works better as an industry as a whole and contribute to that. Please welcome back to the stage Todd Bowen and Kathleen White.
The ORHA Ambassador of the Year Award goes to an individual who has been a powerful voice for Ohio's restaurant industry, advocating tirelessly for small-town businesses and the hospitality community. This year, we're honored to present this award to Steve Butcher, co-owner of the Nutcracker Family Restaurant in Pataskala.
Steve brings a unique perspective to his work. He grew up in the restaurant business. His parents, Steve Sr. and Nancy, founded the Nutcracker Family Restaurant. Steve Jr. spent many years working as a marketing consultant for Cisco Food Service, working closely with restaurant operators across Ohio and beyond. Since taking over the Nutcracker in 2019 with his wife Kim, Steve has poured his heart and soul into the 1950s-style diner, maintaining its beloved spot within the community.
But Steve's commitment extends far beyond his own restaurant. This year, he joined me at the State House offering testimony on important legislative hearings about tipped wages, which helped us further important connections and conversations with Ohio legislators. Steve is a true champion for Ohio's small-town restaurants, and we are proud to honor him tonight. Please join me in congratulating our ORHA Ambassador of the Year, Steve Butcher.
I just want to say one thing. If it's not for the Restaurant and Hospitality Alliance, there is no advocacy. So this award means as much for what the work they do as me receiving it. So thank you to all of you.
Okay, congratulations, Steve. We really appreciate your partnership. Now, everyone in this room, turn your attention now to our second Hall of Fame award of the evening. And to present this honor, please welcome one of our newer members of our membership team, Lauren Simon. She's our Membership Growth and Engagement Manager for the Northeast.
John forgot to mention that it's the best territory, but who's counting? Okay. The Ohio Restaurant and Hospitality Alliance Hall of Fame celebrates those who have left an indelible mark on Ohio's hospitality industry. And tonight, it's my privilege to recognize two individuals who exemplify that legacy, George Schindler and Kay Amin of Hospitality Restaurants in Cleveland. Oh, we're not done. You guys stay right there. George and Kay's journey began as teenagers, playing junior golf at Ridgewood Municipal in Parma, forging a friendship that would ultimately shape their lives and careers. After college, George gained experience in restaurant management, while Kay built his own brokerage firm. Eventually, they combined their talents and ambitions, scribbling their first business plan on cocktail napkins in a local bar, which, if you know those two tables, you know is right on brand. In 1991, they launched their first venture, the Cabin Club in Westlake, a high-end steakhouse built in a renovated log cabin, which quickly became a beloved spot for special occasions and business gatherings. But George and Kay didn't set out just to open successful restaurants. They set out to create a community rooted in passion for service and respect for work-life balance. This philosophy has helped them retain staff and be recognized as a top workplace for 10 consecutive years. Today, Hospitality Restaurants boast 9 unique dining destinations across Northeast Ohio, including the iconic Blue Point Grill in Cleveland's Warehouse District, Delmonico's Steakhouse in Independence, and Kingfish in Copley Fairlawn. If you're a Guardians fan, you may have also enjoyed a pregame drink at the Thirsty Parrot near Progressive Field. George and Kay also recognize the importance of supporting the communities that support them and give back to local nonprofits and community organizations. They also helped me and us advocate for our fellow restaurant operators in our tipped wage battle earlier this year. As we celebrate their induction into the ORHA Hall of Fame, we also honor a friendship spanning 55 whole years and a commitment to doing whatever it takes for employees and guests alike. Please join me in welcoming George Schindler and Kay Amin to the Ohio Restaurant and Hospitality Alliance Hall of Fame.
All right. Well, we had some notes, but Lauren, you did a better job than we would. You want me to read it? No. We really wouldn't be here without some of the people that have helped us get here, and we want to recognize some of them. To start with, our old college roommate, Mike McDaniel, very successful car dealer in Marion, Ohio, had the deep cojones to get behind us and bankroll our first 3 restaurants. About 10 years into watching us give birth to restaurants, he bowed out. Okay, Mr. Katitis?
And I want to thank Bob Katitis for picking up the ball and financing and running with it after that. Thank you.
Very importantly, we've had some incredible staff members who, 6 of them are here tonight, and collectively over 150 years of dedicated service to our company. Tom Magda, Sherry Wilbur, you were there on day 1 when we opened the Cabin Club, and Carolyn Miller shortly afterwards. PJ, Chris, and Linda, please stand up, because these guys are running our company now. Lets us play golf, drink too much. Yeah. Love these guys.
And it would be inappropriate not to recognize our partner when we started, Dave Hale, who passed 2 years ago, was instrumental in designing the kitchens, and he could pick a menu and design it as well as anybody I ever met.
And lastly, without our families, my beautiful wife, Karen, Samantha and Max, who have given us 4 grandkids. Love you, and thanks for putting up with all this shit.
And I'd like to dedicate this to my late wife, Debbie, who passed a little over a year ago. And Debbie, this is for you. Thank you.
Big round of applause for George and Kay. Just terrific, right? You know, the only person they didn't mention that worked for them is Sam Lindsley, and Sam's in the house tonight. And Sam's a alum, and then he went off to do a little work with Michael Simon Restaurants. And now, if you need a job and you don't know where to go, talk to Sam. He's an executive recruiter. So if this isn't working out tonight, he'll take care of you. But former chair of the board for the ORA. Up next, we want to honor the brightest emerging talent in our industry, individuals who are already having a significant impact and have a very bright future. It's time for the Rising Star Award. To present this award, please welcome our Senior Communications Manager, Jen Bushby.
Thanks, John. This year, our Rising Star Award recognizes not one, but 2 exceptionally deserving individuals who are lighting the way for the future of Ohio's restaurant and hospitality industry. These winners have made remarkable strides, showcasing leadership, passion, and a dedication to excellence that truly sets them apart. Our first Rising Star Award winner is Matt Schmidt, part owner of Schmidt's Sausage House in German Village. As the 5th generation of this iconic restaurant, Matt is embracing his role with energy and purpose, overseeing sales and marketing while serving as the brand ambassador for Schmidt's. Growing up in the industry, he worked in every position, from clearing tables to managing operations. Today, he is stepping up as a true leader. Matt took the initiative to join us at the State House and to speak with the news media as an advocate for our industry, proving that he is dedicated to the restaurant community just as much as he is to Schmidt's legacy. Clap for Matt. We can do it now. Yep. Hang out here. Our second rising star is Kristen Bailey, co-founder and CEO of Sweets and Meats Barbecue in Cincinnati. Kristen's journey began with a roadside barbecue pit stop, and her drive has since grown the business into a popular brick-and-mortar location, 3 award-winning food trucks, and a full-service catering company. With her infectious positivity and commitment to mentoring other small business owners, Kristen has become a vibrant force in the industry. She serves on small business groups and actively supports entrepreneurs in Cincinnati, inspiring others with her energy and success. Unfortunately, Kristen cannot be here with us this evening, but her very, very talented teammate, Billy Vega, will be accepting the award on her behalf. Matt and Kristen exemplify this award's spirit, rising leaders shaping our industry's future. Please join me in congratulating our 2024 Rising Stars, Matt Schmidt and Kristen Bailey.
We have a lot of rising stars in Ohio, don't we? Man, it's just so great to see it. Congratulations again, Matt and Kristen. Next up is our second award for Best Restaurant, this time to see who claims the crown in the North. To recognize our winner, please welcome award sponsor Andrea Wilkins, from the Commercial Sales Manager at IGS Energy, joined again by Lauren Simon and our board member, founder, and president of the Rusty Bucket, Gary Calicote.
Thanks so much, John. On behalf of IGS Energy, we're so pleased to sponsor this award. Restaurants and breweries are my favorite clients, and not just because they feed me when I show up for business meetings. It's because they're essential to the fabric of the community they operate in.
Andrea, Lauren, and myself are thrilled to present the Best Restaurant in North Region Award tonight, celebrating 3 incredible finalists who each bring something unique to Ohio's dining landscape. All the restaurant winners were selected by public vote, so you know these are the true local favorites. The first finalist is the iconic Tony Pacos, represented by CEO Jimmy Harmon. Tony Pacos has been serving authentic Hungarian American cuisine in Toledo since 1932. Their commitment to quality and community has made Tony Pacos a treasured Ohio brand for generations. Please join me in a round of applause for the Tony Pacos team. Our second finalist is Bender's Tavern. That is my hometown, by the way, Canton, Ohio. Represented by Elizabeth and Jonathan Jacob. Open since 1902 and now a registered landmark, Bender's has been a cherished part of Canton's community for more than a century. The Jacobs family has preserved the historic gem's charm, quality, and tradition, making Bender's a true Ohio institution. We recently visited Bender's Tavern, where both the food and hospitality are always A+. And here's a fun fact. The Jacobs were even founding members of the Ohio Restaurant Association. Their commitment to our work runs deep. Let's hear it for Bender's. And another fun fact is the Ohio Restaurant Association is 100 years old, so that should say something about Bender's. So, our third finalist is Orchard Catawba Island, represented by William Blumenthal, who in 2014 transformed a small 86-seat restaurant into a 24-acre agritourism destination. With a focus on celebrating local, seasonal flavors, Orchard has become a beloved gathering spot and a true testament in dedication and growth. Congratulations to Orchard.
Okay.
And back to Lauren.
Okay, and now for the winner. The best restaurant in Northern Ohio is, drum roll, drum roll. This is so fun. This is like being at the Oscars. Okay. Bender's Tavern in Canton.
Bender's.
Come on up, Liz and John.
All right, congratulations again to the Jacob family. Up next, our award for the Industry Innovator, brought to us by our partners at Spot On. Here to present is Director of Strategic Accounts for Spot On, Benjamin Gleiner, and our own Sam Stryker.
Tonight's Industry Innovator Award celebrates those who push boundaries and reimagine what's possible in our industry. I'm thrilled to recognize two visionaries who exemplify this spirit, Adam Benner and Walt Keys of Land Grant Brewing Company.
In 2014, Adam and Walt transformed their passion into a thriving business rooted in the heart of Columbus's historic Franklin neighborhood. As president, Adam has driven the brewery's impressive growth, creating a culture of community and engagement that has expanded Land Grant to a team of 65. As Land Grant's creative director, Walt combines his design, talent, and appreciation for craft brewery to shape a unique brand identity.
Together, they've created not just great beer, but unforgettable experiences. From partnerships with the Columbus Crew, the Ohio State Buckeyes, and John Glenn Airport, to transforming their space with a year-round beer garden and their latest venture, Gravity Park. Only Land Grant would take three things that shouldn't go together, ice, bumper cars, and craft beer, and turn it into Columbus's newest winter obsession. They consistently reimagine what a brewery can be. Their innovative spirit never rests. From transforming winter months with a cozy winter garden to pioneering the future of service with an on-site beer vending machine, they're constantly raising the bar. Land Grant isn't just delivering the next big thing. They're creating gathering spaces where memories are made, ideas are born, and community thrives. Every innovation strengthens their commitment to making great beer and extraordinary experiences accessible to all. Congratulations again, Adam and Walt, our industry innovators.
Thank you.
Okay. Congratulations, Adam and Walt. Can't wait to get down to Land Grant, get on that bumper car on ice. Now it's time to name our final Best Restaurant Award, and this time for Southern Ohio. Here to do the honors is Nicole Fracasso, our Membership Growth and Engagement Manager for the Southwest, and Eric Reed, Mid-Central Region Vice President of Sales for our showcase sponsor, Cisco.
Thank you, John. The Best Restaurant Award for Southern Ohio is a highly sought-after honor, and this year we have three incredible finalists who captured customers' hearts and votes. Our first finalist is Montgomery Inn, represented by family member and ORHA board member Evan Andrews. With two iconic locations, Montgomery Inn is one of Cincinnati's most celebrated brands, serving up its famous ribs to locals and visitors alike. To this day, the Gregory family ensures that the restaurant's traditions are celebrated while maintaining its reputation as a local treasure, an important part of Cincinnati's future. Let's give Evan and the Montgomery Inn team a round of applause.
Our second finalist is Gold Star Restaurant Brands, represented by CEO Roger David. Roger began his career at Gold Star Chili as a dishwasher in Milford, Ohio, and has since risen through the ranks to lead this thriving company. Under his leadership, Gold Star has expanded beyond Cincinnati, diversifying with the addition of Tom and Chi soup and restaurant concept, with an eye towards broader markets. Gold Star is redefining the chili experience, all while continuing to evolve a brand for the future. Let's congratulate Roger and the Gold Star team. Our third finalist is National Exemplar, represented by Michael Pardo. Located in the historic village of Marymount outside Cincinnati, the iconic National Exemplar calls a century building its home and embraces its rich history with a charm that radiates small-town warmth. Under Mike's leadership, National Exemplar continues to offer a consistent, high-quality dining experience that celebrates both the past and the present, ensuring that the guests feel like family every visit. Let's congratulate Michael and the National Exemplar.
And the moment of truth, the winner of the Best Restaurant Award South Region is Montgomery Inn. Evan, please join us on stage.
So real quickly, we all have one thing in common, especially the owners in here, operators. We're the first to go to work every day, and we're the last to get paid. So we all have that in common. So to everybody here, give yourself a round of applause because we couldn't do it without each other. So I'm not going to sit here and give a big speech, but I want to bring up a couple things. First, John Barker, where's John? Your leadership through COVID, through this whole tip credit, you've been remarkable. You and your team, fantastic. So from our family to you, from all of us, thank you for all that you guys do. Is Lori Torres here? Lori, can you come up here, please? Come on, Lori. I have like 8 pages. I'm condensing to 2 real fast. Who's a Browns fan here? Anybody? Besides, I live in Cincinnati. It's not easy being me, let me tell you. So, can you imagine that? God bless him. Lori, come here. So, Lori Torres is a superstar. So, when we were going through all these problems with the tip credit, who was the first one in Northeast Ohio that the media would go to? Lori. Who's the first one would stop everybody in their tracks and tell them the truth? Lori. So, Lori, over the past several months, she and a group of leaders, they started a group called Kindness is Served Here. Very similar to a lot of different places. Down in Pensacola, they have their servers wearing HIP. I'm HIP on Pensacola, Hospitality Information Person. So what this group does is, and you should go to their website, and let me read that to you in a second. It's part of the Kindland Initiative, led by the Values in Action Foundation. Started in 1994 as Project Love, it's been providing social and emotional character education programs to schools in Northeast Ohio. Hopefully, a lot of these kids become our employees. The Kindness is Served Here pilot, it's an extension of the Kindland Initiative, and it's intended to spread kindness in the hospitality industry and to increase dining out in Northeast Ohio. Hopefully, this is going to be going throughout the entire state really soon, right? Yes. Okay, so that's really, really important. I'm going to fast forward a couple of pages here because everyone wants to get back to watch the Bengals kick off, right? So just remember this website, bekindland.com, bekindland.com. Remember that, go to that, look at what they do. It is remarkable. If you got a couple extra dollars from the holiday season, this is a great, great place to send your dollars. It's really good. So, to kick that off, on behalf of our family, to you, from our foundation, we're going to start off with a $5,000 donation to you and your group.
Thank you so much.
So, Lori Torres, folks, she's the best, the greatest. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
The Kindland program that Evan talked about, they have 63 restaurants involved in Northeast Ohio. And the ringleader, like everybody has to have a great leader, is Lori. So terrific. We are in the home stretch, just 2 awards to go. Here to recognize our final Hall of Fame inductee this evening is Rick Casera. Rick is emeritus board member, former chairman of our board, and a long-time leader at Pickwick and Frolic in Cleveland. Come on up, Rick.
Thank you, John, and good evening, everybody. It's my great honor to present the ORHA Hall of Fame Award to my dear friend, Nick Costas, a true visionary in Cleveland's hospitality and entertainment scenes. When he created Pickwick and Frolic and Hilarities Comedy Club on East 4th Street, it began as a bold idea and has since become the cornerstone of Cleveland's cultural and entertainment scenes. While he's a Brooklyn boy by birth, Nick has always had a deep love for Cleveland, and his commitment to its success has been unwavering. I've had the privilege of working alongside Nick for many years, and I can tell you that he's never been afraid to take risks, follow his heart, and invest in the future. Nick's leadership extends beyond his own businesses. He's been a tireless advocate for the hospitality industry, dedicating countless hours as an emeritus board member of the ORHA's Board of Directors. His passion for supporting others in our industry and helping them build their businesses and careers is something I've witnessed firsthand. He's a mentor, a friend, and truly one of the most generous people that I know. Let's not forget, when you walk down East 4th Street, you'll always find Nick there greeting everyone with the warmth and hospitality that he's famous for. He's the mayor of that street, and it's impossible to imagine this part of Cleveland without thinking of him. Nick, thank you for your friendship, your leadership, and always believing in Cleveland. On behalf of everyone here tonight and all the lives that you've touched, I'm proud to celebrate you as an inductee into the Ohio Restaurant and Hospitality Alliance Hall of Fame. Thank you.
As I was coming up to the stage, how you doing? As I was coming up to the stage, Kay Amin said, "What are you doing? Taking inventory?" And George said, "Well, it is Monday night." Listen, you know, I'll be very honest with you. John, coming up last, you know, you took a big chance. You know, I might not last that. It's hard for me to last this long. I'm really old, so I could kick off any second. Let's see if I can get through this. Now, I had a tape made too, but it turned into a feature-length movie. So I thought, let me write a few things down. But first, I want to say, you know, I got scared when they called about this because I thought, geez, you know, I didn't understand why me. And then I thought, well, maybe when you get old, they think they got to do something for you before you disappear. So with that in mind, I figured maybe they thought I wouldn't remember either. That was the other thing. And the other thing is, maybe they thought they should get to me before I start wetting myself. Oh, it's too late. Sorry, John. So I really need to thank this wonderful organization, and I need to just say, I have not been good to it. it has been good to me, and it has been good to all of you. What I'm really proud of tonight, before I make my few comments here, is that this organization is celebrating individual, independent operators of restaurants who put their life on the line, who put their homes on the line, and put their lives at risk for a time to follow a dream. So I really, really think that's so American and so worthy of everyone in this room. Now, wait. I mean, curtsy for that, too. So, where does one begin? First, to my wife, whom I worried for 58 years and who withstood sacrifice and hardship, but who allowed and supported the madness. Much deserved recognition, Carlene. I hope you see me out there. And thanks. And to my daughters and their families, Mom's life and mine would be empty without you. To my good friend, Rick Casara, beloved and valued by many, most of all myself, now retired, he continues to be integral to our mission with his wisdom and good counsel. Now, I'm ready to start making my comments. Everybody relax. We're going to hand out pillows and blankets, and we'll be done by, we're serving breakfast, right? Yeah, okay. I learned about hospitality from my family upbringing. A knock at the door always seemed to signal a welcoming, like a Broadway show. The curtain and music would come up, and the unspoken announcement that showtime was about to commence. The living room would fill, guests would arrive, take up seats at the table. Wonderful, abundant food awaited. Food was more than nourishment. It induced a setting for shared memories, it was connection, and it was comfort. A familiar theme tonight. The sounds that transmitted up the long hallway to where I was sleeping sounded to me like a symphony. At this time, I'm about 7, maybe 9 years old. The symphony, to me, was symbolic of togetherness. It was warming, shared joy. The total orchestration of voice and laughter still resonate with me. At a point, I could no longer distinguish from the reality of it all. Half awake and half asleep, my eyes would grow heavy, and I'd quietly fall asleep into a dream state of joy. It affected me at my core, deeply, warmly, in a way I had never realized. Incredibly imprinted upon a growing consciousness in this young person was the laughter that resonated and the unequivocal heartfelt affection and care each other shared. They played their music. Their instruments played the notes of genuine joy and laughter. The vocal utterances they delivered gave voice to their wonderfully human stories. They were mostly immigrants who shared their early and beginning experience with America. It is why I say to you, I'm very proud that we are honoring independent operators. I drifted asleep to the music, wondering and wishing or dreaming if there was a way to live and foster in others the well-being and shared affection that touches the core of our humanity and the potential for effective living. It was overwhelming. I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know where it was going until now, as I ponder, soon to be 82 years old, and consider what at first seemed inconsequential, that a revelation occurred to me. The unintended was not so unintended. They were significant influences, conscious or not, because they remained and played on me. I'd never forgot them. They moved me towards an intended consequence, that formed a life script. And so you see, the reality of people sharing and gathering became a dream, and as fate would have it, the dream became my reality. Now, as I reflect, the only thing I ever wanted and valued was to see and hear people happy. It stirred me, it filled me, it defined me. I found it all in the last half of my life. I found it in hospitality and entertainment. I was home. My lesson to all, young or old, that it's important to dream. Pay attention to your dreams. They do come true. And with that, I will thank you.
Our resident poet of East 4th Street. I couldn't be more delighted to welcome these 4 new members into our Hall of Fame. You know, you are joining legends. Congratulations again to the Casano family, to George and Kay, good friends of ours, and to Nick Costas. Just a terrific night recognizing all of you. Time for our final recognition of the evening, and one that we just love. It's the Lifetime Achievement Award. Please welcome to the stage the Vice Chair of our Board of Directors from Cleveland's own Master Pizza, Michael LaMarca.
I just stopped and say hello to the mayor before I got up here. What an evening. I couldn't be more delighted to welcome, sorry, good evening. And it's my honor to present the ORHA Lifetime Achievement Award to someone who's not only dedicated her life to building an incredible legacy in our industry, but has done so with unwavering passion for excellence and for the community. Tonight, we celebrate Ann Miller Reichel, the founder of Angelina's Pizza. Ann's journey into the restaurant industry was anything but traditional. From working at a thoroughbred farm to carving out a successful career in the automotive industry, Ann's diverse background set the stage for her next adventure, opening Angelina's Pizza in 1994. What started as a small family business in North Olmsted grew into a beloved community staple with locations in Olmsted Falls, Elyria, Avon, and beyond. Her business acumen and dedication to quality earned her recognition and countless honors across the industry. But Ann's impact goes far beyond restaurants. She was a tireless advocate for our industry, serving on the Ohio Restaurant and Hospitality Alliance Board for nearly 2 decades, and chairing the North American Pizza and Ice Cream Show for 18 years. She was one of the early founders of the Pizza Expo in Columbus and served for years at the ORHA board, always advocating for our industry. She mentored countless individuals, including myself, and has been a guiding light for so many who loved and had the pleasure of working alongside her. Ann is in the process of transitioning Angelina's Pizza to a new owner and is looking forward to retirement after many years of hard work. But her contributions have touched countless lives, and her legacy will continue to inspire us for years to come. Ann, thank you for everything you've done for our industry. It's a privilege and an honor to honor you tonight. Please join me on stage, Ann.
I was speechless when I got the phone call. I didn't even know what to say. I didn't know what I did. Other than just keep walking forward every day like we all do in this industry. Many years ago, when I was 33 years old, my mother presented me with a photo album of my life to that point. She drove around and took pictures of every place I'd ever lived, every place I'd ever worked, friends that I hadn't seen for years, and put this all together. It was just amazing. But in the front of this album, she had a quote that she didn't remember where she got it from, but it's always hit my heart right here when I think about it. It said, "We are what we have been becoming." We are what we have been becoming. Little did she know the many things I would be becoming in the years ahead, past 33. I didn't get into the restaurant industry till I was 48 years old. I was always one to push the envelope, though, to try new things, seemingly oblivious to the potential for tragedy or failure. This thirst for new challenges has at times catapulted me to potential for tragedy or failure. Catapulted me to the stratosphere as well as caused me and others unimaginable pain and sorrow. The restaurant industry has given me all of those opportunities and experiences. This industry is a keeper of hearts. All of you here spend your days not only feeding people, but nourishing souls through celebrations and times when sadness creeps into others' lives. I was literally drugged kicking and screaming into this industry with no experience by my former husband, who wanted to start a family business for me, his second wife, and his 4 children. We opened in October '94 with our church family as staff, several Sunday school teacher friends, and many from the youth class I taught. The first day, the oven wouldn't go on. The next day, the cooler went down, and we lost all of our refrigerated food. I just knew this wasn't the career for me. After a year stumbling around not knowing anything about how to operate a restaurant and ready to go broke, we entered the Mid-America Pizza and Ice Cream Show pizza competition with literally a borrowed dime. We won, and word spread throughout Cleveland, probably because it was a slow news day. People were driving 40 miles away to eat our pizza, and we couldn't keep up with the homemade meatballs that we had on them. 3 more years and another first, 2 seconds, and a third, and Charlie Blosser, ORA's president at the time, asked me to be on the board. I told him I didn't even know what the ORA did. He told me he'd help me. So I ran, and somehow I won. Most of my life was awash in grease and oil. Those were the words I spoke to the ORA board on June 27, 1999, when I first ran for a board seat. I was elected even though I spoke to a room full of people I didn't even slightly know. The banquet that year was held in this very room. It was called Cancun in June. That was as close as I ever have or ever will get to Cancun. The reason for my first sentence was that I spent 12 years in the automotive industry doing everything most women would never want to do as a mechanic, a tow truck driver, a tire sales specialist, and a drag racer who built my own car, and at that time, 5 years in the restaurant industry. Young and foolish, many would say. I'd say I've had a life overflowing with things I've enjoyed. Charlie put me on the show committee. I went to my first meeting overwhelmed by the high-profile people on the committee and not saying much. At the second board meeting, before the meeting started, Charlie took me out in the hall and told me I was the new show chairman. The former one had left the industry. I was about ready to cry and said, "I don't know how to do that." And he said, "Don't worry, I'll help you." And he did. And so many others at ORA and so many of you in this room did also. You have all helped me, every single one of you, whether you know it or not. I would not be standing here, though, if not for one mighty force in my life, someone we at work affectionately call the amazing Alyssa Philstead. This woman can do things no one can do. This woman has held me steady through the most trying days of my life, both professionally and personally. This woman is not only my stepdaughter, but genuinely my hero and the biggest reason behind my success. Alyssa, will you please stand up? Thank you. Through the many life-busting times of 2009, COVID, and now the after effects of our dramatically changing industry, she and you all have held me and each other up. Through your eyes of compassion, you have given untold amounts of inspiring words, wiped each other's tears, kicked each other in the behind when we needed it, and shoved us forward to lead the way for those behind us. We are what we have been becoming. I am now on a new journey, becoming. I sold my restaurants in April. I am back to the last name my mother and father gave me, which is Miller, by the way. In a beautiful new residence, driving a new hybrid pickup truck for the first time in my life, and with my forever someone who has brought laughter and love to me in immeasurable ways. I fell head over heels in love with this industry where people work so hard, give so much, and strive for excellence every single day. When I was asked for pictures of my restaurant for tonight, I said I didn't really have many, but I have hundreds of the people I've worked with and served. The restaurant industry has been a business of hearts and souls for me. Thank you all for celebrating with me. Thank you for this honor. I am forever grateful for each and every one of you.
All righty. What a night. Congratulations, Ann. So inspired by each one of these award recipients tonight and the impact they have. What enthusiasm all of you had in the audience tonight if you were not an award winner, but thank you for making it a great time for everybody else. I do want to thank everybody for coming tonight. Before we close, I do want to highlight the importance of this evening because each one of you plays a vital role in our industry. Your support, your membership, your sponsorship, and expertise are invaluable to all of us, and it's truly an honor to work alongside each one of you. What a joy it's been hosting the award ceremony tonight. We look forward to continuing our relationship. Safe travels and have a wonderful evening. OH!